Hello there, welcome to another INFJ ramble. Um, Today's topic is going to be on how to deal with difficult people. You know, people with abrasive personalities, difficult people, people who are unhappy with themselves, probably. People who are intrusive, people who are, just kind of overstepping your personal boundaries. And yeah, let's get into it. So, how do you deal with these people? First of all, you need to acknowledge that they're probably not aware of what they're doing or how they're treating you. They're not aware. And if they are aware, then it's probably best to implement a boundary. And what is a boundary? A boundary is what you will allow or not allow. You know what I mean? This includes how you allow someone to treat you, to talk to you. I mean, you know what I mean? If it feels disrespectful, if it feels like it's impeding on you, it's probably um, a boundary that's been overstepped. And you could figure it out by how it makes you feel. You know what I mean? If it makes you feel a certain way, then, you know, that's your little nudge, to let you know that something's off kilter, and then you can decide if you want to allow or not allow the behavior to keep on. Yeah, so most people, they don't even know. Okay, they're probably not even aware of what they're doing. And a healthy human being, if you approach them, they probably apologize and make adjustments quickly in order to, recalibrate the interaction. Unhealthy human being probably be reactive, defensive, and really immature, you know? And then at that point, you have to like figure out, okay, how important is this connection to me? Do I want to continue participating in it? Do I want to like keep allowing this person to keep like mistreating me, abusing me, and you know, making me feel crappy about myself? Or do I like remove myself? Because if you can't change the situation, then you gotta leave. And if you're having a hard time leaving, it's probably because you have issues within yourself, because you're codependent. And there's so many things attached to codependency. There's insecurity, there's abandonment issues, there's um, yeah, you need to feel needed because you've created this identity that is obsessed with giving so that you can feel like you matter. That shouldn't matter. You know what I mean? People, stop giving 110% to people who give you 10%. Stop doing it. If somebody is mistreating you in any way, shape, or form, you either have to speak up and say, you know, I don't want you to treat me that way. Please don't talk to me that way. And if they don't want to change after, one or two chances, then you need to take more drastic measures. And that can include removing yourself, severing the relationship, walking away, letting it go. I don't think anybody deserves to be mistreated. And if you are being mistreated, it's because you're allowing it. So we're not victims of circumstances. We are creators of a reality. And we also can kind of gauge and we can monitor how we want to experience life. So if you're letting people walk over you or mistreat you, abuse you, talk down to you, then you kind of gotta like step back and be like, okay, is this connection worthwhile? Do I want to keep participating in it? And if you don't, then you have to make the change. You know what I mean? Like nobody can make the change for you. You have to do it yourself. You are empowered. You know what I mean? You're totally not a victim in any circumstance, you know? And I feel like I said, people who are abrasive or intrusive or mistreat you, they probably have issues within themselves and they're not even aware of it. And, you know, you can make them aware, but like I said, if they're not willing to meet you halfway, then yeah, you need to step back and assess. Okay, is this worthwhile? You know, I guess that's all there is to it. You know, like you have a choice in every moment. You can allow someone to mistreat you, or you can like put a stop to it. You can speak up, or you can stand up and walk away. You know what I mean? And yeah, abuse in any way, shape, or form should not be tolerated, and it's not okay. And yeah, even though I believe that everybody has some kind of innate goodness inside of them, that still doesn't excuse bad behavior or mistreatment. You know what I mean? I've gone out of my way to accommodate people for most of my life, and even though that seemed like selfless, it was actually like enabling abusive behavior towards myself. You know what I mean? Like I was allowing people to take advantage of me. I was allowing people to use me and abuse me and mistreat me, including myself. You know what I mean? And I just feel like that's a telltale sign that something is not healthy. Something is definitely imbalanced, you know? Because a healthy relationship is 50-50. It's not 110 and 10%. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Anyhow, um, yeah. I guess the whole thing is like, don't let people mistreat you, abuse you, use you, talk down to you. You need to implement healthy boundaries because you teach people how you want to be treated. You know, you can't like, and I've done this, so that's why like I can kind of like talk about it. I understand. Like in the beginning phases, you know, you're gonna feel like you can play the victim card. There's nothing wrong with that, but if you get stuck in that mentality, then you're just kind of recycling experiences, you know, and you never kind of get out of that. Yeah, okay, you know, like after, you know, yeah, somebody made you feel bad, somebody mistreated you, it happened. Now you can either stay in that experience and keep recycling it and keep like literally you recycle experiences. The characters change, the scene changes, but the experience keeps looping over and over until you realize your participation, your role in that, and then you can choose to keep on keeping on and staying in that same place, or you can rise above it and create new experiences that are more healthy and balanced and worthwhile. You know what I mean? Anyhow, um, yeah, abrasive people, abusive people, they're just teachers, and you're the student. And you, or vice versa, you're the teacher, they're the student. You can teach them how you want to be treated. And if they don't want to meet you halfway, then you leave, you know? But you kind of got to heal, like, the core wound, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, if you don't heal the core wound and you leave, you're just going to go into another scene with a different set of characters and replay that experience in another, you know, time frame. Am I making sense? Who knows? But yeah, so you got to kind of like really take time, self reflect, look at your triggers, look at what kind of wounds that you haven't been attending to because you've been distracting yourself in hobbies and work and consumerism. I mean, that's all it is. This is so weird. Okay, so I was driving around last night and I was looking at everything around me, everything from like gas stations to um, mini marts to fast food restaurants, you know, like Jack in the Box, McDonald's. And I'm like, oh my God, everybody is selling something, right? And everybody is selling poison. It's just a different kind of poison to appeal to a different kind of person, and all these are like distractions to kind of feed your addiction, to prevent you from actually realizing like issues within yourself, you know, like deep-seated wounds probably stemming from your childhood that you don't want to acknowledge, attend to, and heal. So instead of like taking the time to face this uncomfortable aspect of yourself, you're just kind of indulging in all these different like things, and all these different businesses are in the business of selling you poison in different forms and shapes and tastes and flavors in order to appeal to you and whatever, you know what I mean? There's so many different variations of people in the world. You can't just sell one product, right? You have to create all these different products in order to pull like different individuals in different directions to prevent them from self-knowledge, self-care, self-awareness. I don't know. I went from like teach people how to treat you, implement boundaries, cut off unhealthy relationships, dealing with abrasive people to poison. Anyhow, yep, that's how my mind works. If you followed me this far, awesome. If you learned something cool, if you didn't, cool. Thank you for watching my rant. You have a wonderful day and blessings to one and all. Amen.